Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, December 14th, 2018, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Apple that is going to bypass basically the ban on its iPhones in China by doing a software update. What's happening is that the ban actually targets iPhones that are running version of iOS 11 or before that. And what's happening is that a lot of these devices are actually compatible with iOS 12. So by upgrading and forcing everybody to iOS 12, it hopes to actually bypass the ban on its phones. Microsoft will host a competition in which it will actually use the data, the anonymous data from 16.8 million PCs, that amounts to 9.6 gigabytes of data, that they will actually use or ask teams to use artificial intelligence and machine learning to actually detect and prevent malware in Windows PCs before they can actually do any damage. And of course, that competition comes with a sum of money for those that are able to show proof of concept of ways to actually prevent infections before they ever happen. Well, as we, have already to think about the security of almost anything we buy in technology, if that was not enough, well, Kaspersky says that some electric vehicles that are sold actually can be hacked using the charger. And that apparently what happens is that the charger can be hacked and it actually creates kind of a overload of electricity in the car. The car, of course, goes into a special mode so that it doesn't damage itself. But that apparently on some models is actually opening flaws where malware can actually be injected. So, hey, now we got to think about viruses in our cars. Facebook is going through an endless list of data leaks and all sorts of really bad things. And the latest is that Facebook may have leaked 6.8 million users' private photos to developers. The leak happened between September the 12th and September 25th, and it made photos available to apps that actually had limited access otherwise. So, this is a increasing list of problems with Facebook. The Tumblr app is back on Apple iPhones, yes, because as a result of the adult content being removed on December 17th from the service, Tumblr the Tumblr app is actually back to the Apple Store because now it, of course, follows guidelines. Apple does not want to have apps that have adult content. So things are going to go back. It's now to basically see if Tumblr will survive the fact that there's no more porn on it, as a recent survey actually shows that almost half of the content is actually porn. Well, bomb threats across the world yesterday as Bitcoin scammers are asking through email 20,000 Bitcoins. If they would not get the ransom, they would set off bombs. It actually happened everywhere, including here in Montreal, where there were dozens of businesses that had to be evacuated just to make sure nothing's bad. So, investigation is looking as to from where the emails were sent. But basically, what they know is that all the emails were from the same sender everywhere around the world, and there's no specific business that's targeted. It was just kind of sent through a lot of places at the same time, and that's it. So basically, we'll see if in the next few weeks or months bad guys are found. Well, we've got the list, the famous list of the worst passwords of the year, and I'll talk about it a little later today. So, of course, the years are changing, but the passwords are not, and it's really, really sad. So the 2018 list pretty much has not changed over previous years, except that now Donald, because of Donald Trump, of course, has entered the top 100. But the top 3 passwords are pretty much the same for the past 10 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. password 123456789, and basically the people just don't learn. Well, talking of passwords and verifications, security researchers are warning that Iran intelligence has been able to access Yahoo and Gmail accounts even when you use two-factor authentication by sending coded invisible pictures and emails that can snoop in real time. So basically they get real-time info. And that real-time info means that when you do your two-factor authentication, it can actually give them access immediately to the email or to the service. And it shows that basically it has some flaws. And it's worse if you're using codes that are sent through SMS. It's less of a problem if the codes are different all the time, but you know what? It just shows that even two-factor authentication, there needs to be something done so that it's done right. Well, Verizon has admitted today, by cutting 10,000 jobs, that AOL Yahoo division, which was called Oath, it just doesn't work. It's a failure, loses a lot of money, and basically they're stuck with this now and they don't know what to do, and they paid really a very high price for it. Well, a interesting news item coming out of YouTube that apparently reads text even in your private videos, and it uses this data to display ads. But the problem isn't that much that it does this, it's that it doesn't say it does it. Apparently Google does not acknowledge this behavior, and so a lot of users say, well, you know, if you want to do this, you got to tell us. And finally, you know, the buzzwords for 2018 were pretty much artificial intelligence, machine learning, as some of the final tests are going on this week with 5G networks. Well, its official deployment will start in 2019, and basically that could be one of the most often mentioned technologies next year. What will be the keyword? Will 5G be the thing we talk about all the time? Will there be some other keywords? Will we stay in AI and machine learning? It's going to be interesting. 2019 promises, as every year, to have some really, really interesting tech events. And this was the Tech News Update for Friday, December 14, 2018. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe. Give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.